गेस्ट को कि प्लीज सीट्स पे बैठें ताकि हम जो है वो प्रोग्राम का आगाज करें। बहुत शुक्रिया। Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very lovely evening. My name is Fahad Barlas. I am former executive committee member at Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I shall be your host for the evening. We shall begin the event with the recitation of Holy Quran, and I would request Mr. Muhammad Ilyas for the recitation of Holy Quran. Ilyas, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Now I would request the audience to please stand up in respect of the national anthems of the United States of America and Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Pakistan Business Investment Opportunities Conference at this beautiful and enterprising region of Greater Chicago. The event is organized by the Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry in collaboration with the Council General of Pakistan at Chicago. This conference will provide a unique forum for the business community of Pakistan and United States to meet, network and find the opportunities for growing together. This conference also focuses on evolving bilateral trade between the United States and Pakistan. US is definitely one of the largest trading partners of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon on stage the person who is the brainchild who made this evening a reality. With an unparalleled experience of more than 42 years of organizing business events around the world. In your huge round of applause, please welcome the chairman of the 6th Pakistan US Business and Investment Opportunities Conference, Mr. Khurshid Bardas.
Consul General of Pakistan in Chicago, Honorable His Excellency Mr. Tariq Karim, Mr. Saqib Rafiq, President Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Zahid Latif, former President Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, friends from electronic media and print media, business leaders of Chicago, delegates of Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry from Pakistan, and ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful to you for accepting to grace this US-Pakistan Business Opportunity Conference in Chicago this evening. Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry will keep its promising efforts to promote trade and investment opportunities, to encourage the investment and growth. We are thankful again to you. This chamber is one of the oldest trade organizations in Pakistan. RCCI upholds the legacy of national and international events. There are various events on our calendar which are designed to promote the image of the country across the globe, as well provide the platform to the Pakistani businessmen to find an appropriate match for their businesses. For the last decade, RCCI has initiated another successful, but from day one, we set the mission to stay investment opportunity conferences has remarkable witnesses, strong business-to-business ties and mature leads in the UK, US, Belgium, Qatar, Hong Kong, Dubai, and so many countries. A healthy economy eventually helps every single country, encourages job creation and helps poverty, inshallah. Chicago, having a hospitable environment as well as one of the largest diaspora of Pakistanis in USA, it makes an absolute choice for us to choose Chicago. The government of Pakistan relations are extraordinary and wait to the government to open up with opportunity. I personally believe it's high time to capitalize the time. If we miss this time, we will miss it forever. I shall thank you, our valuable partners of the event, especially His Excellency Mr. Tariq Karim, Consul General of Pakistan, who made this happen. We shall keep the positive anticipations and continue to serve the industry and the nation, inshallah. Thank you very much, sir. Bahut shukriya.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry stands among the most enterprising and vibrant list of chambers in Pakistan. RCCI has come a long way to this position all through consistent hard work and its leadership's sincere guidance. I take this opportunity to call upon on stage Mr. Saqib Rafiq, President, Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, who wholeheartedly conceived the idea to bring Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce back to Chicago after 6 years. Mr. Saqib Rafiq.
Our very honorable chief guest for today's evening shows Tariq Karim, the Consul General of Pakistan in Chicago. So thank you very much for being the support. I still remember the first day to get in contact with you. It was a conference call and you picked up the idea and we started working on this conference way back in January onwards, and now today we can see that we are into this thing with the delegation. Thank you very much for your support. Mr. Zahir Khan, the former President of Rawalpindi Chamber, and this Chairman of Sama Stock Exchange, thank you very much for coming along with the delegation. And hopefully today's your presentation about invest in Pakistan will be beneficial to the audience in this hall and who are seeing this live. Ms. Linda, the Executive Committee member of Rawalpindi Chamber, Khurshid Barlas, the Chairman of the event, Fahad being the Vice Chairman, and Professor Dr. Ilyas, thank you very much, the Grandmama of Professor Masjid, to join us here for today's evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you very much for being here to join this 6th Pakistan USA Business Opportunity Conference. And just for your information, I would like to happily share this. The two of these conferences were held in Pakistan as well. So if we add all of them together, this will be the 8th show of the Pakistan US Business Opportunity Conference. We are looking forward to have the 9th one in the coming year. And taking steps forward, we are engaging more and we are trying to put up a soft image of Pakistan. When I took charge of my office way back, it was like somewhere around 22 months ago. One of the major thing that I had in my mind is to highlight the soft image of Pakistan. So how to get that soft image of Pakistan out of our own land? Pakistan is very, very different from what we see on the media or what we see on the news or anything else. So taking up delegations to different parts of the world, thank you to Khurshid Barlas for being always with us and supporting us. But other than these business opportunity concerns, we have been successfully taking delegations to other parts of the world, which include Central Asia, the African states, the Far East Asia, Europe, and like America, and the UK. So what helps us in getting these outcomes of these delegations is that the Pakistani business community gets a platform to interact with the foreign business owners or entrepreneurs. And with the help of the connection, with the help of the platform we are providing, Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, the business connections get established and joint ventures are taking place in Pakistan, and the other countries are getting some benefit out of all this. That is again the purpose of the today's conference. Why we are here is like very obvious to that business delegates are from 25 delegate size which travel with us all the way from Pakistan, from different cities. They want to invest in Pakistan and they want to collaborate with local businessmen and they want to enhance their businesses. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take advantage of tonight's gathering and interact as much as possible. And let's not end it over here. This is just a start. We have to move ahead, we have to move forward, and we have to make more interactions as possible. Pakistan has got a lot of potentials. I leave all the investment opportunities and all the discussion on the investment in Pakistan, or what potential Pakistan has, to my following speakers so that we people can have more in-depth knowledge and more information from all of them. The chamber I'm representing is now 72 years old. We began in 1952. It was being established, and since then different chamber presidents were taking things along. And Zahir Khan is one of the chamber presidents who worked in as a president in 2017-18. And likewise, every president made a step forward in Rawalpindi Chamber is now a house of 18,000 members. So with a 7-decade history, 18,000 members from 75 different trades, Rawalpindi Chamber has got many things to offer. And Tariq Karim sir, let me offer you my services, my chamber services, that whenever you need any kind of interaction, Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce Industries is available. And we as a team will be helping any kind of services, any kind of benefit we can get to any businesses over there. Pakistan enjoys a good working relationship with the United Nations, with being the biggest export market, and the trade volumes are getting very good. And Pakistan is again a very lucrative business opportunity place. Today in the morning I was reading and I was just sharing with my colleagues over there that more than $2 billion profit were being earned by the foreign investors in the last year. It was an official statement, and I was unable to get into the details because into the arrangements of this conference I just had a glance on that. But Pakistan has got so much potential. Its stock market has got so much potential. I have here my executive committee member, Mr. Rauf, who is exporting different products to different parts of the world. So let's see the opportunities we have. Let's explore this market. Let's explore the untapped areas where we can work together. Like I being the chamber president can offer you a collaboration into 75 different sectors where our members belong to. So these 75 sectors include the poultry, the marbles, the jewelries, the agriculture, you can say the textile, anything. The name the sector, and we have our members over there. We have the importers, we have the exporters. Yet the region where I belong is not a very big manufacturing concern, but yes, the biggest pharma cluster of the Pakistan is located in Rawalpindi. We are running a private industrial state since 30 years, and it has 462 manufacturing units over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a small number. The only privately owned industrial state in Pakistan is being run by the chamber. So we have the potential. We have the people who are working over there. Samba Stock Exchange was being established and started by Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and there are so many other things to go. We have been taking our delegations to different parts of the world, and let me be very proudly tell you that different prime ministers like Dr. Mahathir and the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka attended our Rawalpindi conference way back in 2018 and 2020. So this is the success of Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have good relationships with the government dignitaries, the President of Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. We have a good interaction with them, and we play a part of a bridge to connect the business community of our region with the government dignitaries and the government officers and get their issues resolved. So once again, I would like to thank you, all of you, for being over here, and I request all of you to interact as much as possible with each other. Taking advantage of today's gathering, you can even connect the Constituent Tariq Karim. So let me tell you once again that he's always available. This is a very good thing, sir, which we experienced working with you, that whenever we contacted you, other than the time difference we have, like when we were sleeping, you were working, when we were working, you were sleeping. But whenever we contacted you, he responded back immediately the moment he gets to read our message. And then in like few hours time, we are having a conference call. So this is something amazing. So this is why the people are over here. This is why the consulate is working very hard. We have been to his office yesterday, and he's always available for us. He's taking out time, he's inviting people. So the people who have traveled from all the way from Pakistan and the people who are working over here, thank you very much for being with us on this activity and on this conference. And let's just start working together. Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce services are always available. We are having an online presence very good. You can find us on social media, you can find us on website, we have the portals. Let's get connected, let's promote Pakistani products in the US market, and we can also introduce more US products in the Pakistani markets, which are very favorite to the people over here. And let's work together to make this relationship more strong, and let's work together to make the bilateral trade figures more good. Let's work together to have a good business relationships with each other. Once again, thank you very much, Tariq sir. Thank you very much for you there. Balasa, well done for all your support and for all your work, putting up this show and setting up everything in a very well manner. And delegates from Pakistan, thank you very much for being here with us, taking time out of your schedules and traveling with us all the way and interacting with the business community. And I hope this whole trip will be of some benefit to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I am signing off now with this note that let's work together to make each other strong. Long live Pakistan-US relationship. Pakistan Zindabad, Rawalpindi Chamber Zindabad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President. We are thankful to Mr. Zahid Khan who's Chairman Islamabad Stock Exchange and former President Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who travelled all the way from Pakistan to Chicago to be part of this meaningful event. He shall present the opportunities for investment in the capital markets of Pakistan. Please welcome on stage Mr. Zahid Latif Khan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Fahad Sahab, for inviting me and giving a very generous introduction of mine. So, first of all, I am so grateful to Mr. Saqib Rafiq, President of Rawalpindi Chamber, for inviting me over here. We are also grateful to His Excellency Mr. Tariq Karim, Consul General of Pakistan in Chicago, Mr. Fahad Bardav, Mr. Rashid Abbas, Ms. Linda, and of course Professor Dr. Ilyas, who is visiting Chicago, and I just had a very brief interaction with him, and I'm so happy to know him today. So today I'm going to talk about the capital markets of Pakistan. So despite all odds, despite all sort of challenges, whatever is happening back in Pakistan, believe you me, the things are pretty much improving. And if I show you the graphs and the technicals and the history of the capital market in the last 30 years, you will see that it is constantly increasing. But there is a perception problem in Pakistan. That perception problem, the efforts which the Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce is doing are commendable, because we need to give the right and true perspective of Pakistan. So usually we say there are two types of Pakistan. One is seen on CNN or BBC, and one is actual Pakistan, where there is life going on, where things are improving. You know, the population of 250 million people, and 30 billion US dollars export potential. Although we think that it's very, very less potential explored, there is a lot of other potential which we can do it. And then there is a $30 billion Pakistani diaspora sending back to their families. And especially this money is coming from the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, because over there Pakistani people are working class, and the data shows us that they are sending money to support their family. The Pakistanis living in US might not be sending the money back to Pakistan, because they are well off back home, their families are well off. But the labor class in Middle East and Saudi Arabia are sending regular money to Pakistan. Then you might be knowing about the Russian digital account and initiative by the State Bank of Pakistan. So the Pakistani people can put in, as an expatriate Pakistanis, they can open accounts with RDA, Russian digital account, and through that they can always invest in the Russian equity account, which is for the stock market. So just to give you a brief run-over about the initiative, this young man is still trying to fix up the problem. So you would be, all Pakistani people sitting here would be very glad to know that our Russian digital account, an initiative by the State Bank of Pakistan, is doing wonderful, and there is a consistent increase. So here we are about this. Thank you very much. About the stock markets. Please, next. So actually this presentation is meant for the financial literacy, but as I know, all people are, mashallah, grown up, you are doing your own businesses, so we do not need to tell you about what is stock market and how you can do it, but I need to give you a few presentations about what the potential of Pakistan is, and this is all documented. Please, next. So you might be knowing about the 3 stock exchanges in Pakistan, Karachi, Lahore and Islamabad. But in 2016, all 3 stock exchanges have been merged and formed into Pakistan Stock Exchange. And the 40% stake in Pakistan Stock Exchange has been bought over by the consortium of 3 largest stock exchanges of China. So 30% is from 3 stock exchanges of China, and the remaining 10% is with the Habib Bank and Pak China Investment Company. Now we call it Pakistan Stock Exchange. Next. So there are 524 listed companies, and out of those, 258 companies are Sharia compliant. I will give you a brief overview of the Sharia compliant companies little later. So the market capitalization is part of Rupees 10 trillion, and in US dollars it is now $36 billion US dollars market capitalization. It used to be $100 billion US dollar in 2017, but somehow after that there were certain challenges and devaluation of our currency rupees, and the elections, and then COVID came and all sort of things. The market started coming down, but now they have started again recovering. So next. So there are certain different indexes of Pakistan Stock Exchange, but KSE 100 index being the most popular world over, because it's just like we in Pakistan we talk about the Morgan Stanley Composite Index or Dow Jones or New York Stock Exchange. So that's KSE 100 is registered. Whenever you go to the Bloomberg or Reuters, you would see KSE 100 index. This is a benchmark of what Pakistan stock market is performing. Next. So these are capital market infrastructure institutions, and our regulator is is Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan. I happen to be the director of all these 4 SEC regulated entities. So Central Depository Company, National Clearing Company, and we are as regulated, as modernized stock exchange as any other developed country in the world. Next. Every one of you knows that why should one invest, because to take care of the inflation, because you need to arrest the inflation, then for the future needs and for education of children and things like this. Next. So this is the landscape of Pakistan's capital market. Unfortunately, it's not very good. According to the last census, our population is 241 million people, and there are only 86 million bank accounts. And there are mutual fund investors at 446,000, and stock market investors at 323,000. So our population is 241 million, and 1% is 24 lakh बनता है, and 0.5% is 12 lakh, and 1/4% is 6 lakh. But we have investors only less than 1/4%, which is not a very good number. But I tell you one thing, that last year in June, 2023 June, stock market's capitalization was $20 billion US dollars. And within 1 year it has risen to 38 billion. So 18 billion US dollars has risen in 1 year. But the beneficiaries are these 323,000 people only. So this is the thing, that if there are more people into it, so everyone would have made money according to his or her portfolio size. Next. This is an example. It is for Pakistani people. I believe in the US it's not correlated. Next. So this is a very interesting graph between 1980 and 2024. So इसको थोड़ा सा छोटा करना था, ये ग्राफ को साइड से. So until 1990, Pakistan's economy was much better, and the world's average inflation was higher than Pakistan's average inflation. So you can see that this blue line is representing Pakistan's average inflation, and the red line is the world's average inflation. But after 90s, there were certain challenges and successive change of government, and then there was unrest in our neighboring country, in Afghanistan, in Iran, and few challenges with, of course, India as well. So we saw deterioration. Then there was last 2 years, 2022, 2023, they were the worst in inflation. Our inflation went up to 38%. But you will be very glad to know that now it has been arrested and it has come down to 12%. So from 38% June 2023, now it is 12% in June 2024. So after the signing of IMF's program, we have seen a great turnaround in the economy, and the confidence level has started picking up. Next. So these are the historical asset class returns in Pakistan. So this is only 10 years of return, 2011 to 2022. And you will see that barring PIBs, Pakistan investment bonds, which are for 30 years, their average return is 13%. Rest all the asset classes, whether it is gold, whether it is real estate, whether it is putting money into your banks or Kobi budget, the return on stock market is much more higher than any other asset class. It is not true only in Pakistan, but in US it is true. The return in stock market is much higher than any other asset class. But somehow in Pakistan, in US, we will show you the graph later, that there are more and more people involved into the capital market, and unfortunately in Pakistan people are involved into the buying and selling of land. Next. These are little milestones, key dates. What happened, 2008, there was an international crisis, and the stock markets were down, and there was, the local news happened. Next. Now you see 28 years, 11% return of Karachi Stock Exchange 100 index. And you will find that despite, when we are sitting here in US and we watch TV, then we think that, there is blood on the streets. But it's not like this. You would see most of the time is in green, and the stock market has, given much more return than one can expect. There were few instances where there was market for 1 year, it went down and it was in red. Next. So this is again very interesting slide for all of you, that stock market in Pakistan is still cheapest. It is 5.44 price to earning multiples. So I hope you understand what is price to earning multiple. And price to earning multiple of US is around 25. So if your investments return comes after 25 years, but in Pakistan, after 5 years, your shares are free because of the heavy dividends and higher capital gains. And India is again expensive. Sri Lanka, which went into default in 2022, has become more expensive than that of Pakistan. So these are the things which we need to tell our people, that only and only the perception has tarnished our image. Otherwise, because after we are the 6th populous country in the world, and there is a demand, and it's a demand-driven economy. So all the companies listed on stock exchange are making very handsome profits. Next. And this is another encouraging sign that in last 1 year, we have seen consistent inflow of foreign investments. So they have started realizing that Pakistan's worst days over and economy is now picking up, inflation is coming down, interest rates are coming down. Even yesterday, Pakistan's State Bank of Pakistan has reduced further interest rates. Next. So now this is another initiative which we have taken. As there are 6 Pakistani banks which are totally Sharia compliant, Islamic banks, and you might have heard that there are certain foreign banks as well, Standard Chartered Bank and Citibank. They have also started offering the Islamic mode of investment. But we have recently acquired a license from Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, which is the first of its kind in Pakistan and the only stock brokerage firm which is totally Sharia compliant. And the interesting thing I was just discussing with Professor Dr. Elias that it's from Allah that out of 550 listed companies on stock market, all those who are the Sharia compliant companies are making much more profits than any other company because of they don't have to pay any interest, any suit, any riba on that. So this is the encouragement thing. Next. So these are financial services which we are offering. I don't want to tell about my company, but I just want to tell you about Pakistan. Next. So one more thing that the Pakistan's Sharia code has given ruling that by 2027, December 2027, all Pakistani financial systems should be converted into Sharia compliant. And these are the things which we are looking for, and that's why all the Pakistani commercial banks, international banks, if they are not Islamic bank, but they have started video operation in which they have started offering the Islamic financial services. Next. This is, just to tell you about the students who want to do the investment. Next. 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 So there are 2-3 options available for Sharia compliant shares in which you can buy or sell shares which are truly Islamic, and then there are sukuks. Very interesting thing is sukuks are the alternates of bonds. In sukuks is ijara sukuk in Islamic terminology, which is used of rental sukuks, which is not a sood, which is not riba, but it gives you a very handsome profit and it is backed by the sovereignty of government of Pakistan. And in last 6 months, from January to June 2024, Pakistan's State Bank through Pakistan Stock Exchange has raised $2.5 billion in part of this term against the sukuks offer, which is people are now turning into sukuk things. Next. This is what I was actually telling you, the government debt securities, which is called sukuks. Next. So that's it. I think that after this presentation, I will be sitting here for the mutual talk. I would encourage all of you to ask questions about the capital market of Pakistan and the Islamic mode of investment. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Zaisa. Ladies and gentlemen, our Pakistani diaspora in the US and particularly in Chicago and the Midwest region is very enterprising and diverse. We've had great success stories to observe and appreciate. Every one of you makes us feel proud. I would request Mr. Amir Chalisa, who's Chairman Open Chicago, to please take the podium and share his views on behalf of the Open Chicago.
Thank you so much and welcome to everybody. So I actually represent two organizations. I represent Open Chicago, primarily because I live in Chicago, but I also represent Open Global. I serve as the event and sponsorship chair for Open Global, and actually we just did a retreat. Lots of our members are here, Haris here at the back, and Mr. Lakhani. So Open Organization basically came into existence almost 26 years ago. So we just celebrated our 25th anniversary last year. And it's really a grown organization. It's an organization that has millionaires and billionaires. Many of them in the room here, including Mr. Lakhani, is one of my billionaires. Just kidding. But the true representation of Open is in the entrepreneurial space and from all walks of life. So many of you might be familiar with our Apna organization, which is our sister organization to Open. That's primarily made up of physicians. The main differentiation is that Open caters to all different walks of life. People who work for large companies, people who run their own businesses, whether they run their businesses in the US or whether they run their businesses in Pakistan. And many of them run businesses in Pakistan and the United States, and they do joint effort. We've been very blessed with Mr. Tariq Karim being here, helping Open. We host a lot of events with Open in Chicago. We have tremendous reach, almost 5,000 people who are associated with Open just in the Chicago area. But then when you look at Open Global, which directly affects Chicago as well, it currently comprises of 13 chapters all across the world. 3 of the chapters happen to be in Pakistan, Karachi, Islamabad, obviously right next to Rawalpindi, and then Lahore. And those are very vibrant chapters. We are planning on hosting, so I'm hoping to connect with our friends at the Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, because we are going to host an Open convention in Pakistan this year, and maybe RCC can host us in Rawalpindi this year for our Open convention in December. The last thing I'll add is it's very beneficial for those of us that run companies here to continue to do business with Pakistan, because Pakistan is one of the youngest populations in the world. Everybody knows that. We're the 6th populous country in the world, and we have really good brain power and talent, which a lot of Americans recognize when they start doing business with Pakistan. Also, Pakistan has got the largest service model. When you think about even small businesses here, many small businesses here have their back office. I know Mansoor is in the room. Many of them do a lot of work in Pakistan, even though their businesses aren't here. But all the support system, the call centers, the accounting practices, the billings are all done in Pakistan. And I can tell you from all the things that I've seen, the work that's done in Pakistan is second to none. Sometimes for my friends that are here, born and raised in the US, we put our Americans to shame, because Pakistan provides so much of talent and so much of brain that a lot of people who run businesses here and they've lived here very long still opt to do business in Pakistan. I remember, Mansoor, when you made a presentation at the council, you said you have some of the finest staff that you were able to recruit in Lahore, in Islamabad, in Karachi that you couldn't find here. So I would encourage everybody that we should continue to invest in Pakistan. We should continue to cherish that we all came from that part of the world and we grew up here, but we can never forget the place we were born. Because to me, for many of us in the room that have lived here for many, many years, Pakistan is the country that gave us the education, Pakistan is the country that gave us the development, and it becomes our honor and our responsibility to go back and serve our country. So thank you so much, Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, for being here.
Thank you, Amisa. Diplomatic mission of the country serves as a strong bridge between the home country and the country of choice. We are especially thankful to the Consul General Office of Pakistan at Chicago for inviting us as well as facilitating us for accomplishing this memorable day. You stood by us for making this event a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, in your huge round of applause, please welcome Honorable Chief Guest of the evening, Consul General of Pakistan in Chicago, Mr. Tariq Ali.
President Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Saqib Rauf, Mr. Khurshid Barlas, Mr. Zaid Latif, esteemed members of delegations coming from Pakistan, our community members and businessmen, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I am particularly warmly welcoming our delegation coming from Pakistan who have traveled all the way to be with us today. And your presence here underscore the strong commitment that we attach to our partnership with the United States and exploring new avenues for investment and collaboration. Thank you very much for choosing Chicago as the venue of this 6th U.S.-Pakistan Business Conference. I recall when Rawalpindi Chamber, as Saqib Saab was mentioning, I have been in touch with Saqib Saab and Khurshid Barlas Saab. And when they first talked about choosing Chicago as a venue for the conference, they said that one of the major factors is that you want to capitalize on the momentum that we have created here in pursuing economic diplomacy and to promote Pakistan's economic partnership with this region. Thank you for this compliment. But I think this was the best decision you made. Chicago is not just known as a bustling economy and with the diverse business landscape, but also it's in a center, it's in a hub of innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. And it has a huge historical importance in the US economy, and it's presently contributing in a big way in sectors from agriculture to manufacturing to tourism and energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so many good presentations here, and I think there has been something said about perception, but I will briefly talk about Pakistan and then the Pakistan-United States relationship and what are the options. Pakistan, as you know, is a large and a vital state, both geoeconomically and geopolitically. It's the 5th most populous country on the planet, with 240 million people. 64% of them are below the age of 30. 60% are of working age. It is the huge market of growing middle class of 80 to 90 million according to UNDP. Human capital is increasing fastly to be absorbed by the domestic market in Pakistan and international market. There are nearly 200 mobile users and 135 broadband subscribers in Pakistan. Tele density is over 83%. Globally, Pakistan is recognized as the 4th largest freelancer country. You might have witnessed the tech startups, from fintech to health tech, retail to transportation, are transforming the digital landscape of the country. Why so many venture capital financiers are taking interest in Pakistan, including from the United States? Because they understand Pakistan might emerge as the regional tech hub. It was just 10 million in 2018. That has now soared to 4 million. And you can see the other sectors that are ripe for the growth, for investment. They include renewable energy, corporate farming, extractive energy, and we have a mineral, some of the very critical minerals, for example, gold, silver, rare earth metals, nickel, cobalt, and so many others. We are also using the modern technologies in our universities, in our markets, in our industries, including generative AI, Internet of Things, nanotechnology, and just speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan geographic location, its market size, rapidly developing tech ecosystem, and demographic dividend made Pakistan as a very important business and investment destination in the world. You might have witnessed some macroeconomic turbulence recently. The government has taken so many steps to address the macroeconomic challenges that have been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, catastrophic climate-induced floods, and supply chain disruptions related to Ukraine war. We believe and we have decided to turn all these challenges, as you spoke in your presentation recently, a little while ago. So these all challenges can be turned into opportunities. And I can tell you the macroeconomic situation is improving. There are challenges, but there is expectation that growth will bounce back to 3.6% in the current fiscal financial years. Inflation, as mentioned, is going down. And stock market, as Zaid mentioned, has emerged as one of the best performing stock markets in the world. We have successfully negotiated and completed the IMF program of 3 billion under the standby arrangement last year. Recently, we have concluded a staff level arrangement under the extended fund facility. There would be 7 billion for 37 months. SIFC has been formed to cater for all investment coming from abroad, and it is providing the single window interface and speedy approvals. There are so many sectors that needs your investment, the investment from here. And believe me, I have no doubt that Pakistan has a bright future. We have overcome all challenges in the past, and we will succeed this time as well. Ladies and gentlemen, briefly talking about Pakistan's United States relationship, you will be knowing that this relationship dates back to birth of Pakistan in 1947. Our long-lasting and broad-based relationship have served the interest of our two people, and together we made the world safer. Just in the last 2 years, we have held more than a dozen dialogues on different issues. From trade, for example, trade and investment framework agreement was held last year after a hiatus of 7 years. Then we have on counter-terrorism, counter-narcotics, health, and so many others. Our bilateral trade is growing. Last year, Pakistan's United States trade was 10.6 billion. 8.4 billion is our export. United States remains the largest market of Pakistani products. It is also a huge source of investment. And you might have observed so many US enterprises and subsidiaries are in Pakistan in different sectors. They have invested billions of dollars and earned billions of dollars. As far as the Consulate General of Pakistan in Chicago is concerned, as you know, many of you, our community people know, and we have very closely worked with our community and our friends here, that we are dealing with the 12 states, from Illinois to Minnesota, from Ohio and Michigan to Missouri, and Kansas. Since my arrival as a Consul General, it has been my key priority to closely engage, actively engage our community in different initiatives and different endeavors as a bridge builder, and to engage local dignitaries and institutions, enhance people-to-people interactions, and to pursue economic diplomacy to promote trade, investment, tourism, remittances, and technology transfer. And I am delighted to share with you that our partnership with the Midwest region is growing. There is an increase in investment flows, trade, and people-to-people interactions. Our trade, for example, with the Midwest region traditionally hovered around 700 to 750 million US dollars. In 2022, for the first time, our bilateral trade volume almost doubled. And after a small pause last year, our exports have started to increase again. Our investment, for example, IT is a major factor. And it was mentioned about establishing the black offices in Pakistan. And we have, for example, Physician Revenue Group. Mansoor Saab, as Mr. Chalisa mentioned, he shared with us that their number of employees now in Pakistan have reached to 2,700. And this is just one company, and they are adding 200 jobs every month. And there is a success stories in other companies as well. Remax opened its branch, its office in Lahore in 2022. And they have now extended 30 branches all over the country. Similarly, we have here the representative of MSCI is the president, and we have been engaged with this group of investors. And they signed a joint venture agreement with the PMDC in Pakistan. And we expect that this would be transformational in nature, because this is the maiden project in the pig salt, which is a sole product of Pakistan. Similarly, we have also investment in sectors like energy. Ceasefire, for example, Jafar Saab is sitting here, and he was sharing with me that feasibility study for the productions of energy from animal waste has been completed. So there is a lot of initiatives are being taken in the healthcare sector. For example, bionics, we were there, Amir Saab knows, and there was a success story. They have an office in Lahore. Similarly, there are initiatives under the telemedicine. We have been trying to introduce the MDDB in Pakistan. And there are so many other causes, for example, the charitable causes, the capacity building programs in education, in other sectors that we have been doing along with our community here. So when I talk about our assets, I think our community, our diaspora in the United States, that is estimated to be 1 million, and around quarter of a million is in the Midwest region. The members of our community, they have not only excelled in their respective fields as engineers, doctors, IT professionals, scientists, bankers, in hospitality business, in any business. So not only this, but they also actively contributed to the socio-economic development of both Pakistan and the United States. And I think that they can be a great factor, they can be a great asset for us when we talk about investing in Pakistan. So, as I think it has been highlighted, there are so many investment opportunities in Pakistan. Saqib Saab, Allah Saab, and Zaid Saab has highlighted. So, Rawalpindi Chamber is a partner. I always have very high opinion about the private sectors. And I am really delighted to see the Rawalpindi Chamber, who have contacted us, who wanted to ensure that we have a good gathering here. And I can just assure you that we have the best people here, who are the community leaders, who are businessmen, and they are doing a lot. I think if we can encourage some of them to come to Pakistan and invest in the key sectors. And we have an opportunity because we have businessmen from Pakistan who represents different sectors. So they can, I think they are successful businessmen in Pakistan, they know about Pakistani market, and they can help you understand the dynamics there. So I would not take much time, but I thought it's better to make a context of the entire initiative that you are taking, and I hope there will be a good forum and B2B meeting. So I have a huge expectation that there will be some deals, some networking that will be long-lasting in promoting Pakistan's United States friendship and partnership and strengthening the ties between Pakistan and Pakistani diaspora. Thank you so much, Rawalpindi Chamber, for your coming all the way from Pakistan, and our community members. All of us are immensely thankful for sparing your time. But believe me, Pakistan has a great future. Don't hesitate. Just decide about investing in Pakistan. There are huge opportunities. If you avail those opportunities, now I think you have a great future. Thank you so much.